Hi there, this is a reading for the sign of Leo. Leo, this is a reading for the Mercury that is entering into Libra. It was on the 30th of August till September the 5th. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication, so it does get nice and comfortable in the sociable air sign of Libra. Mercury's entry into this peacemaking sign signals a time when speech becomes a little bit softer to create more harmony in our relationships, because we all know without communication we can't really have relationships. So if we aren't a very good communicator, we need to learn to communicate how we feel and what we would like to happen in our lives. We will all want to bring down the noise level whilst this is happening, allowing both sides of an argument to be heard. Mercury in Libra is the perfect time to heal wounds caused by arguments or misunderstandings. So there is going to be more information in regards to Mercury in Libra and how it affects your sign, Leo, in the description box underneath. So there, as I said, yep, it'll be there waiting for you when you see this video. I do have a new moon mantra for you, and the new moon mantra for you is all I see is green lights. So the new moon is a perfect time to manifest your desires and your wants. It's a good idea to keep at a high vibe prior to the new moon. So your energy is out there and Spirit sees what you are doing. You're at a high vibe and you want to manifest at a high vibe. Manifesting at a low vibe is not going to work for you. Spirit needs you to get to where you need to be before moving you on to your destiny and what you would like to happen in your life. You need to be at a very high vibe for your manifestations to be strong and to come true for you. So if you need to do work on yourself, you need to find out the parts of what you need to do on your journey. Okay, so all I see is green lights. All I see is green lights. All I see is green lights, and so be it. Okay, so I'm going to get into your reading now. I am going to talk a little bit about your North Node and your South Node again a little bit later after the reading, and then I'm going to pull you a runes for a little bit more guidance for you. A rune is R-U-N-E, not ruin as in R-U-I-N. Okay, all right, so what do we have for Leo? We have got the 7 of coins out there for you, Leo, at the moment. Let's see what else we've got for the sign of Leo for Mercury entering into Libra from the 30th of August till the 6th. We have the King of Wands. All right, what else do we have coming out for Libra, please? Milling. What else do we have coming out for Libra, please, spirits and guides? All right, we have got the moon in reverse. I'm learning how to read reversals so you can get more out of your reading. All right, what else do we have, spirits and guides, for this time? What do we have for this time, spirits and guides, for Leo, please? New moon in Virgo on the 6th. All right, we have got the Chariot in the upright. So we've got the 7 of coins, King of Wands, the moon in reverse, and the Chariot. All right, spirits and guides, what else do we have going on for Leo? Leo. Okay, I've got the Emperor in the upright. I've got the Knight of Swords in reverse. All right, so what else do we have, please, spirits and guides? 3 more cards for Leo so I can let them know what the story is for them. What's the guidance that they need to hear at this time, please? Okay, we have got the, so like that, so it's like that. Okay, so we've got the 2 of coins. We also have the Hermit. One more, please, for Leo. Okay, we have got the 4. The 4 of coins. All right, so what I'm going to do, Leo, is I'm going to read the energies of the cards, and then I'm going to each card, and then I'm going to put my story into it. Okay, so the 7 of coins. We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Moon in reverse. All right, so the 7 of coins, which is the 7 of Pentacles. This talks about that you have been, there's been a lot of hard work going on. You've had to persevere in whatever the situation is. You've been diligent. There has been some results and there has been some growth. So there is progress. But you've had to have patience, and there's been a lot of planning. So this is what's been happening for you at, well, what the very beginning of this time for you. Okay, so then we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands to me is symbolizing an Aries. Okay, so Leo, there may be an Aries coming into your life. This could be a boss. It could be a father figure, father or mother, but the kings are usually masculine. But I see this as a mature person, so it could be a boss, but I do see this as an Aries. It's a fire sign, so it could be you as well, if you have Aries in your chart. Okay, so the King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone that is very courageous. They're energetic. They're normally very charming. They're the hero in the tarot. Like, they like to be looked at as the hero. They can be very rebellious, hot-tempered, and very free-spirited. So they're usually very rash and impulsive in decision-making. They're not afraid to take risks. They like their freedom at work, so they like that variety because they get bored easily because they don't like details. So they're always creating a vision of some description, and they can have an ego. Okay, so after that we have the Moon in reverse. As I said, I'm learning to read the reversals, especially in the major arcana, which is the Moon. The Moon, what number is that? That is number, well, it's in Roman numerals. The Moon in reverse. Gosh, I can't even. It's a cross, a 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 28, wouldn't it? Gosh, I didn't know there was that many numbers in that. No, I didn't think there was in the major arcana. 28. No, it's not going to be 28. It's going to be 18. Maybe 18. 18? The Moon. So it's representing Pisces. So you may be in contact with a Pisces. Let's see. The Moon. Okay. All right. So the Moon in reverse talks about fears have blocked you. You may have had difficulty separating from something, separating reality and illusion. So you could have had linear thinking. So there has been the inability to process a spiritual or mystical experience. So you may have had something happen and it's been quite out of the ordinary, I guess, if you aren't spiritual. But something has happened and it has been, you have been unable to process that. So there has been some sort of mental confusion. Maybe you have misinterpreted something, and you've got a lot of anxiety and fear restricting you at the moment. All right, so how I see that is that you've been concentrating on your coins. You've been persevering and trying just to get through it. Basically, there has been some sort of growth, progress in this time. You've had patience and you've had to plan whatever's going on for you. Okay, so you could have had contact with a mature person who's an Aries. They could have been a boss, or this could be you as well. You're feeling quite in your power. As I said, it is a wand, so it may be you. You're very rash and decision making. You're quite hot-headed, and you can have a little bit of an ego. That's sort of a fire element trait, really. And you're very free-spirited, so you get bored easily at work. And you can, you like your freedom, so you like the variety and you dislike the details. You sort of want to create visions all the time. So that's sort of what's been. So you've just been plodding along, but generally you want to make some headway. You're sort of in your own way. You want to make a bit of chop and change. You're being, bossing up a little bit, I guess. And at the moon in reverse, there's been some sort of spiritual event happen, and you have not been able to understand it, I guess. The moon in the upright is talking about illusions. So you've been you've been stuck in this world of, you're still following this illusion. You believe that something's true and it's not. So you've decided that, I'm making progress for myself. But yeah, you're not really you're not listening to the universe. So maybe you've had difficulty separating reality from illusion. So what you're thinking is totally different to what the reality of something is. You're just, the actions that you're taking is basically, you're in your own head. And what you're thinking is an illusion. It's not in reality. So the fear that you've had is blocking you from making any progress in your life. So you've had some sort of mental confusion, and you've got lots of fear swirling around in you at the moment. So you're unable to move forward because you're living in a dream, basically. You're living in this dream state of what you think is real, but in reality, it's not real. And I understand that because we are in lockdown, and our emotions and our thoughts are going haywire at the moment. Like, we're all thinking all this stuff. And because it's just like, a lion in a cage, basically. And that's what you represent, Leo, a lion in a cage. And we can't do what we want to do, and we're very restricted, and it's starting to get to us. So you may have been in a disillusioned state. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we have some sort of movement forward, possibly. We have the Emperor here. We also have the Knight of Swords in reverse. All right, so the Chariot talks about triumph over difficulties. You're going to have to get some strength about you if you want to move forward. There could be some sort of travel, so you could be wanting to move towards someone. There is success. The Chariot is a Cancer, so you may be in contact with a Cancer, or you may have Cancer in your chart as well. It's a card that asks you to have self-discipline. You are going to have self-discipline. So if you are able to master this, there is going to be victory which can be achieved. You need to focus on one path instead of many paths. Having many ideas and many paths in your head is not good for you. And this is what the disillusion does, and this is what causes the chaos in your brain, is to have many plates spinning, or many people or many jobs on at one time. So if Leo, if you're a person that needs lots of variety, as the king of wands is, it's time now just to focus on one path. Perseverance is going to be required, but it's a good idea to stop with all the different plates and the variety, and put down your ego a little bit if you want success. Leo. Okay, so here we have the Emperor. You may, this may be a boss. So this can also be maybe either you're bossing up, or you're in contact with a boss. So someone that's quite in an authority position, someone who's quite financially stable. They have achieved a lot in their life. This is talking about ambition and authority and achievement. So when you are in contact with this person, Leo, I would probably think more in your keeping calm and making your choices on facts, not emotions. So remember to keep in your fact world and not in your emotions, because emotions are full of it's all illusions, it's all disillusions, it's all not real. Okay, so there is great progress in career matters. You are in a powerful position to achieve your goals. As I said, this could be a powerful male influence in your life as well. Okay, because we have the Knight of Swords here. The Knight of Swords is represented by an air energy. So an air, the Knight of Swords can be someone who has Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius in their chart. The Knight of Swords is someone that is very direct. In the reverse, this person is going to be, if you're in contact with this person, they could be very rude, very forceful. They could be even aggressive towards you, vicious, ruthless, and quite arrogant. So if you're moving towards someone, and this is what you're hoping is to have a good outcome with this person, in the reverse, the Knight of Swords says to me that you're not going to get a very good response. So this is tarot. Time is fluid, so just remember that could happen any time. But whilst Mercury is in Libra, what you're expecting for that to be a nice conversation, I don't think it's going to be. The person that you're going to come in contact with is quite tactless, and they can be aggressive or even rude. Like, that's how you see them, ruthless, someone that's not very happy with what you've come to say. Okay, so next we have the Two of Coins in reverse. We have the Hermit in the upright, and we have the Four of Coins. All right, so the Two of Coins in reverse. Okay, so this is talking about imbalance. It's talking about Two of Coins. No, it's not talking about that, sorry. My eyes are getting sore from the incense. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles talks about loss of balance. You're feeling quite disorganized, overwhelmed. There is some sort of a chaos and a messiness about the situation. So that's what that one there is. You may need to go into hermit mode and figure out what the hell's going on. All right, so the Hermit is speaking about this is represented by Virgo. There is careful thought and contemplation to be had. So you may need to withdraw from the outside world in order to reflect. You do have the answers that you need within you. So introspection might be needed to access them. Okay, so the Hermit is withdrawing from society. You're needing with reflection time. You're needing to gain that inner wisdom and do some soul searching for yourself. All right, so here we have the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins talks about possibly holding on to your money a little bit tightly. You're possibly being very possessive of someone or your coins. You're feeling very insecure, basically. It's talking about stability with boundaries. So you're very guarded at the moment of your emotions. You could be guarded with your pentacles. At the moment, you're after whatever's happened, you are trying to keep everything steady and holding on to everything. So if you are wanting things to improve for yourself, you may have to let go of that. And I think we have had that in a previous reading. So you may have had loss actually as well. You may feel like you've lost something. You are very focused on your goals and your dollars, and this could lead to you holding on to things too tightly. So you could have also be hanging back emotionally from a situation. So if you want things to improve, maybe you need to let go and open up a little bit more about how you feel. All right, so here, this is how I see the story. The story to me is that you have been floating along and building up your pentacles, and that's, at that time there has been progress, there's been a little bit of growth, you've had a lot of patience in the situation, and you've been planning your next move. All right, so then we have the King of Wands. So either this is you and you are very rash and impulsive in decision making. You're not afraid to take risks. You like the freedom, you like the variety because you get bored, you dislike details, and you've always got some sort of a vision, and you have a little bit of an ego as well. All right. So you have been in some sort of disillusioned state. You may have had some sort of spiritual awakening or something that you believe to be true. So your mind has created some sort of disillusion that isn't true. It's not reality, basically. So you've been in your own head, and you've thought up some, whatever it is, you've thought up some, you've thought up this story or where your future's going to go or something like that. You believe that that's where you're headed. Okay, so you're heading towards a chariot. You feel you're heading possibly towards a Cancer. You're feeling that you're going to have the triumph over difficulties. You've had the strength. You are ready for the success and this happiness in your life. You're taking on, I'm trying to figure out where that was. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so you're feeling that you're quite in your power, or someone has, maybe you've bossed up, you've got financial stability now, you've got ambition and authority. You've asked, this is cards saying keep calm, make your decisions on facts, not emotions. There is progress in in career matters, powerful position, or it could just mean that there's a powerful male influence around you who has been egging you on or making you move forward. If you're coming in contact with a Libra, Gemini or Aquarius, you are not going to get a good reception. This is what this card's saying. It is in reverse. So this is basically a guide to this person is going to be quite rude. They're going to be tactless. They could be aggressive and arrogant. Like they're not going to be the happy person that you possibly think that they're going to be. This is going to send you into the Two of Pentacles mode, which is your sort of it's going to make you be balancing your decisions. or feel like you've got a loss of balance now. Okay, so you're feeling disorganized. You can be feeling very overwhelmed in the situation, feeling a bit chaotic and messy because of the reception that you've just received, which is going to send you into hermit mode, that you are needing to think about things again. Maybe you need to contemplate things. You're going to be withdrawing from the outside world in order to reflect. There are answers that are there that you need. There are within you. So introspection, you might need to access them. So you're probably needing to do some soul searching and reflecting on what has just happened. All right, so you are holding... How come that one turned up again? Oh, I didn't put it out. Okay, so the Four of Coins there is, we're talking about possessive. So maybe you're feeling quite possessive that things haven't gone right for you. You've had some sort of insecurity. Maybe you feel stingy at the moment. You're very guarded with your boundaries now. The Four of Pentacles can talk about being focused upon your goals and your dollars like too much. So you may have also had a loss. This could lead you to holding on to things too tight. So you've been possibly hanging back emotionally. If you want things to improve, you are going to need to let go of the purse strings possibly, or your emotions to get anywhere. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Leo, for this communication time. Okay, so I'm going to pull you an oracle card from the Shaman's Oracle, and let's see what we've got for you, Leo, in this time. What's the advice? All right, so we've got 3. Okay, so we've got Falling Angel, first of all, for you, Leo. Spiritual narcolepsy. Narcolepsy? I don't know how to say it. I'm not very good with this. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Okay, next we have the whale song, resonating. All right, let's see what we've got for you, Leo. Okay, so it's 19. Falling Angel. Falling Angel. You are being cautioned now to not fall asleep or go unconscious. You have been flying above the strife and the suffering of the world in angelic bliss. However, you risk being seduced by the beauty and comfort of your situation and losing track of your aspirations, your wings. As you fall, you pick up speed, heading toward the trees below and a possible nasty landing. Remember, that's all you need to do to stop being a falling angel, is to spread your wings, to halt your descent, and then find an updraft again. Do not be seduced by the fallen angels. Your supposed friends and companions who are ready to use you for their pleasure and have only their own interests in mind. As you soar once more in flight, receive the gift of the falling angel as an invitation to study the forest from above the trees. In other words, to analyze your situation from a higher perspective without being entangled in its thorny branches. Once you understand... Oh, my eyes. Once you understand what needs to be done, head back to your lofty heights and stand by for the right moment. Action you take now may backfire. Stay conscious and wait until you are guided to change. You will know when the time is ripe. Okay, so we've got Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences, and we've got the whale song, which is resonating. I'm going to read that one now, the whale song. Let's see. Remembering, harmonizing, and resonating. There are moments in life when you have a sense of deja vu, that you've visited this place, these feelings, this person before, and you know that a new opportunity to dance has come around again. Yet there is haunting quality to it. To this, sorry. A melancholy as life's mysterious fragility is also underlined. Like a whale song, that pleads for its simple notes to be matched by another. You have a short time to capture this essence and let it resonate in a way that is potentially transformative, but only if you don't turn away. Sometimes you may forget the moments of your humanity, your truest desires, because you've become so earthbound and calculating, striving and doing. You're so overstimulated by the chase and what you're exposed to that you forget your heart. Now it's time to jump in the water and play and be reminded of your creative self, your collaborative impulse to sing along, seeking harmony, beauty and purpose and meaning. At this moment, that is your exact invitation. You will achieve more than the plans you set in motion if you use this opportunity to explore. Be courageous and take a much needed break from what your mind thinks it needs to accomplish. Your heart is calling. Answer it. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit more about your South Node and your North Node, Leo. Okay, let's see. All right, so we've already talked previously, or if you haven't watched one of my readings before, I'm going to tell you now. The South Node is the same as your North, Leo. Your South Node, sorry, is the same as your Sun sign, Leo. Okay, what you're moving towards is your North Node, which is an Aquarius. Okay, so when you are, as you ascend spiritually, you are leaving behind Leo, which is the karma of past lives, and moving towards your North Node, which is an Aquarius. Okay, so that's where you're heading in your spiritual journey. And you're going to feel much more comfortable as a North Noder, as an Aquarius North Noder, than a Leo, because Leo is in the past and North Node is in the future. So your spiritual mission is to step away from your past lives, which is Leo South Noder, to move toward your North Node, Aquarius. You can celebrate your natural, enthusiastic, sunny nature. Be less self-centered and more of a visionary for humanity. Treat your lovers, your family members, those you work with, and all your acquaintances like friends. It may feel a little uncomfortable, but you need to give it a try. Okay? Our past lives are referred to as soul habits. These block our spiritual growth. So being in our South Node, which Leo, that is a very comfy space for you. But you are wanting to spiritually ascend, move towards your North Node. And yes, it can feel uncomfortable. And yes, it is a challenge. But we need to get out of our comfort zone and move more towards where we are supposed to be. Where we are going to be happiest. And for you, Leo, it is as an Aquarius. So you need to look at the traits of an Aquarius, and you need to make your decisions and your movements as an Aquarius, not as a Leo. So every time something comes up, you think to yourself, okay, so if I was a Leo, I would make that decision. But if I'm an Aquarius, I'm going to make it that way. So that's what your mission in this life is about. So overcoming each karmic challenge, your soul advances. So that's where you're going to feel more comfortable. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to pull you a ruin. Okay, and ruin as in R-U-N-E. And see what the ruins have got for you, Leo. Okay, so let's see what we've got coming out for Leo. We have got, I would say that this is a P, but it is not a P. It's called a woo-yo. A woo-yo. Okay, and this is represented by the sun, and it is represented by Leo. So there you go. We've pulled out the one for, and that is meant, that is, what it means is it means joy. Okay, so that is very good. I'm very happy for you, Leo, that you are going to have some joy in your life. Okay, so you do not need anybody. Peace, pleasure, self-worth, joy and serenity, happy results, harmony and prosperity. So that's what this is meaning. Peace, pleasure, self-worth, joy, serenity, happy results, harmony and prosperity. So there you go. So that's really nice to end your reading on. Okay, so remember, for the new moon, all I see is green lights. All I see is green lights. All I see is green lights, and so be it. And manifest to the moon in a high vibration, and your manifestations will arrive. All right, so I am going to be doing another reading, a love reading for Venus moving out of Libra into the next sign, and that's at the end of next week. So I hope you have enjoyed your reading, and you have a nice week. Have a nice weekend, and I will see you next time. All right, and if you like this and you want to learn more about your north, your south, the different ages, we're in the age of Aquarius now, but we have just moved out of the age of Pisces. So if you want to learn more about that, just subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so then you will find out more information. This is a totally free channel. I do not take any money for anything. I'm totally wanting to just spread I just want to spread what the source wants me to give to the collective out there. I just would like to, get the messages to you and help you ascend from your past life's karma into your future. Okay? So, as I said, have a good weekend, and I will see you in the next reading. Okay. Bye, Leo.